CliffCentral.com.
360 Biz on CliffCentral.com.
It is 360biz.com. My name is Teboho Mafodi. Welcome to another exciting installment of 360 Biz right here on Cliff Central. It is a beautiful Wednesday. You know, this is a show that brings you all things business. We bring in legislators, we bring in government officials, we bring in regulators, we bring in entrepreneurs and movers and shakers, game changers. This is the show definitely that we have here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. right here on Cliff Central. If ever you've just tuned in, you can definitely go listen, to other previous shows on the podcast, being www.cliffcentral.com, or you can even download the app. It's a Cliff Central app. If ever you want to follow us on social media, it's at cliffcentral.com.
This is Ritevac TV.
You're taking this to another level. Look at this, man. Lucas, guys, I'm the one that used to come to studio wearing suits and all of that. So Bulelani used to come wearing shorts. Now all of a sudden you come rocking in suits. You know?
Trying to show that we're learning. We are copying.
No. But at least it's good what you're learning and I mean what you're doing. I was telling the guys about the event that you were hosting. Maybe take this opportunity to say hi to the listeners, because I'm sure they're asking where the heck is Bulelani today, and quickly tell us about the event that you're having right now.
We started the hashtag brand workshops at the Radisson Hotel. We're going to be doing those every month now. I thought it was going to be every second month, but people loved the first one. It was the first one. So I've been working on brands for the past 10 and a half years, developing strategic brands, influential brands for corporates and individual brands. So that's what we've been doing today. So I was putting it to implementation and giving people recipes who are entrepreneurs and desiring to be entrepreneurs or build their own brands. How do you build a brand? So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the rest of the year. Instead of it being 5 months now, it's going to be the rest of the year. Yeah. Till November, we're developing strategic brands and winning brands. So I'm excited about that. So, yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, Bulelani, today we're talking young business people that are doing amazing things with their lives. I mean, you speaking about branding.
All I heard was biodiesel.
Yeah, in fact, Lucas was educating us. But would you say, do we have enough young entrepreneurs out there that are doing amazing things, especially the under 24s, that are doing, amazing stuff in business-wise or that are building brands?
Well, I think from an analytics perspective, guys below the age of 24, there's that need, there's that itch, or rather desire too, but implementation doesn't really become that much. But where you see a lot of implementation happening is from the age of 25 moving forward. I don't know if it's life becoming more of a reality or whatever the case is, but I really do feel like we need more guys coming to the fore with their ideas, because there's a lot of guys with a lot of amazing ideas, and they could even be doing a lot of amazing things. And if they just step up to the fore, you never know. You're stepping into the abyss of the unknown, and one thing that will be known is that success favors the brave,
Yeah, no, definitely.
Ritevac TV, now on YouTube. Subscribe now.
What are some of the mistakes that you've done in business? Because you've said you've made bad decisions. So do you want to highlight on some of the bad decisions that you made? Because obviously we want to be able to educate whoever that is listening, and maybe we might be probably doing the same mistakes that we want to learn from.
I realized that I can't build an empire alone. So I got a team, but I had so much pride. I didn't respect the time and the effort they were putting in, and I ended up losing those people. I really didn't respect them. Let me just be honest. When somebody comes up with a new, fresh idea, I was like, no, I started this my way. And that actually led to my downfall.
So it was actually your way or the highway.
Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Lucas, we've all done mistakes. I must say, I respect the kind of business that you went into, because obviously it's a rare business that, one, you find black people, and two, young people. So obviously, I'm sure when you started, because for me, I know you from when you were employed. Yeah. You were not in the petroleum or diesel industry.
Not at all.
What are some of the mistakes that you did when you started your business?
Assumptions. And till today, I tell everyone that, according to my business plan in my head, to be specific, I was going to break even 6 months later. And on the 7th month, it's profit. on the 12th month, I'm pretty much knocking at that millionaire door.
You wanted to roll with the big boys.
Exactly. You know, so it was assumptions. That was the first part. Didn't do thorough homework. I just got too excited, and I am a very impulsive person, unfortunately. You know, just by nature.
Okay.
You know, so, and then I took that to the business as well. That was the first. The second also was, as much as, you know, there are these gentleman agreements and all of that, but if something is not on paper, until it's signed, dotted, and done, it's as good as it not being there.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest mistakes that, you know what, it's not being able to separate my money and the company money, whichever money that came will used to be the money definitely that one would always use to actually run their business or do whatever that they need to do. So, but I guess it's something that we need to learn and grow through as entrepreneurs. But reality, one thing I always said as well is that it was something that was difficult for my family to teach me. I mean, they'll never teach me how to handle $1 million when they've never had 100,000. You know, so we actually learn things like credit, things like, you know, money and saving and budgeting out there.
But I think, you know, like one of my mentors would say, that's necessary schoolwork. I mean, not schoolwork, but school fees that you're paying.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you choose to continue with that, then it's negligence. Then on your side, in your regard, you know.
Yeah.
Because then now, if you're building our businesses moving forward. But I think it was just that, you know, being very negligent with the money and also with information that you are getting, you know, because we get information in business which we could clearly use as indicators to know if we're doing bad or if we're doing good, if we need to put more attention in certain sales or things and not implementing those things. So I think for me it was just that, and just doing.
Yeah.
Take today's cash, use it for this tomorrow. You rely on tomorrow's cash to use it for
that. Okay.
Head office.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know, okay, listen, we need to scale down. Scale down, what does that mean? Okay,
we need to scale down. Are you in business with your wife?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, scale down in a sense of, so I've just been approved to buy my first house, you know. And so I'm in that predicament. I'm buying a house, but which means if I buy a house, I'm stuck in, you know, I need to pay this bond. Or I've got this dream that's actually going to eventually get us to buy the bigger house and bigger things. So and then there's the car that I've always wanted. You know, it's not a Verpa, no a GTI, you know, because, you know, but it's something that I've always liked. It's comfortable. I'm enjoying it. You know, it's a nice car. So I tell the madam, okay, what needs to happen is we get out of the apartment that we have. The car needs to be taken in, and we're getting a smaller car and a bakkie to be even more precise. So now we are tying down everything. So long story short, I resign, I get the package, I've walked out of there, I take all of that and I put into the business. Everything, every penny, every single, you know, there is no what if this thing doesn't work. Oh, what if this? What if that?
Okay.
And in this case, I'm like, and it's funny. Everyone when they asked me, even at work, like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, the idea is, you know, to build an empire in the renewable fuel energy space. But how I'm gonna start off as a spaza shop.
Okay.
From a spaza shop to
a fuel spaza shop.
Yeah, a fuel spaza shop to be precise, to a Walmart.
Okay.
You know, watch the space. So I pretty much did that. That's how I was financed the business. Fast forward, business wasn't doing well, lost quite a few things, and then had to take the car, which was inverted commas like an asset for me, because I was using that, you know, to deliver the fuel, to go on site, to see guys, to do pitch. You know, I branded it very well so guys can see that, look, you know, I'm even using my own fuel. Well, in this case, I had to just stock, you know, you know, so that guys can see it actually works.
Yeah.
This fuel of mine. And then, unfortunately, you know, I had to then sell that again to try and refinance the business because, you know, just to see, to show rather potential investors that I am in this business 121%. You know, I've put in everything and I'm putting everything. And yeah, so that's pretty much how I financed my business.
This is Ritevac TV.
How did you finance your business?
My story is very different.
Okay.
Way too different. After my business fell splendid, I managed to pay a few people that I was owing, and there were also other things that I needed to pay, and I couldn't. And I felt like I couldn't do business anymore in Pretoria. I had about 3,000 rand in my pocket. That was the last money that I was supposed to pay somebody, and that would be the end of it.
Okay.
And by that time, I was staying with somebody in Pretoria, Montana. I was not staying in my own place. So I realized that, okay, let me go. I was trying to run away in a way. That, okay, let me go to Cape Town. Let me see what it has for me. And with this, and by God's grace, I'll multiply it. I went to Cape Town, bought a bus ticket. I went there and I booked at this place called Colours of Cape Town. It's in Milnerton Ridge.
Okay, I know Milnerton.
It was 200 per night. It was, thank God. And with that, I went to Camps Bay alone. And I realized that these people are struggling here. They have phones, they have everything that their belongings, but they still put them on send. And there was these two colored guys who were renting out the chairs and the umbrellas, but they were like 50 rand and it was dirty. And I realized that this is a very classy place for something like this to be given to these people. I came up with an idea. That night, Milnerton Ridge, I was sitting and I wrote everything down. It was approaching the 30th of September. It was not yet that time. I wrote the name down. I come up with a name. I said, okay, I'm going to call this the Sens. And I Googled prices. I realized that one chair was 240 and also another, an umbrella was also around the same amount. I asked that guy to give me at least a month to stay there for free. And when everything is fine, I'll pay him. It was not an easy thing for him to do because he's running a business. But he agreed. I took that money. I bought about 10 chairs and 10 umbrellas. And that's when I started to get in a little, just to test in the market, And I realized, it's working, this thing. So with the money that I have, with the money that I've been made from early September until the 30th of September, I took it and I bought more chairs to a point that I ended up having 100 chairs. And in which, I was aiming to have 100 clients by that time. So it was a chair, it was an umbrella, it was a power bank, it was a mini table so people could put their things. And I said, I'm going to sell this by a package of 300 rand. Mm-hmm. And I realized the people, they have money. And I'm giving them something quite awesome, I'm giving them something they need. Occasionally bitching and getting excited, and suddenly you just lay bare on sand, And they were excited about it. The response was good. 30th of September, I really met my target. 100 people, 100 sales got in. And from that day, I never backed down into sales, of course. So in a nutshell, I had to go through some fire to fund my business. I had to sleep at a B&B with only my phone and charger and laptop. And sometimes I wouldn't eat. And there's this friend of mine, sometimes we make jokes and we say, what's food? Because we went through some tough times together without food because we wanted to fund that business from the money that we have. There were no sponsors. There were no funding from different departments. And one of the things I believe that within each and every one of us has the power to create wealth.
That's true.
I believe in creation, not donation.
That's true.
So, and creation on its own, it's not easy. So
yeah.
I had to go through that fire to make sure that my business survives today.
It doesn't matter the age that you're at. To go out there, make a difference, and start something. That's the only thing that you need. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on 360 Biz.
CliffCentral.com. 360 Biz on CliffCentral.com.